Kevin Kpebu Akasa, or the leaked information, untold secrets, hidden agenda, Atoja Afa OSP, ya or linking it to a year, Nientia, President, and as a former President Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, Ejinaso, set up the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Now, what year and Semna, Ube Bisa. So, why will the former President Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo set up the OSP specifically to fight a year then candidate John Dramani Mahama and as a NDC Amanyogulo? Kevin Taylor and the leaked informations be out to drag. Members of the coming home. The Yakotie, Nientia, Kevin Kpebu Taylor, Eka Sansemo. Osai Kasafa Aya Martina Bidu, the resignation, ya or Taylor to the former President Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Oka said, former president was the mother serpent of corruption. Kevin Taylor assigned the information so out to the Afa Ayesa and Semna Martina Bidu Eka some years back. Person me kasa bewano kame ho na yentie ensema Kevin Taylor eya toja ewo video we.
We going to talk about the OSP and ensema Kpebu ewo around the nation. Na ensem bi no edos ye. Hey, besides I can't find. Okay, I got it. Thank you. And your last story no is about a year man we are your friend Kesi Ejabing or your OSP. Now I'm about 10 to 11 minutes to conclude this show. May the OSP win a baby. And the topic now, you the Bible clear. Right now, Ghana Kasa Bibriba Ekosi. Problem now, yeah, can't want some Siciano. Is the problem the OSP or the office? Because we need to know where the problem is. Is the office of the special prosecutor a problem? No. And I say Kesi Ejabing Nankasa as Kesi Ejabing and a problem. And we need to find answers to these. Because if you won't answer now, we will end up maybe taking decisions via and to me the fight against corruption. I know majority of Ghanaians are angry. And you see, it is not even, I don't want this conversation to center around the detention or the arrest of Martin Kpebu. It has been building up from the back. I think Sir Martin Kpebu deal with and the icing on the cake. But let's look at this issue holistically. Now, people are talking about Kesi Ejabing. People are talking about the Office of the Special Prosecutor. People are saying a lot of things. Now, when you sit as a Ghanaian or you sit as Obia, as some way here, now you always think about the fight against corruption and the office now occupy now. Problem nankasa Kesi Ejabing as an individual, and I say the office of the special prosecutor that was established by Parliament. A hina problem nankasa wo. And this is not about people writing grammar, speaking English on TV, being called panelists. Because from tomorrow, Ochina Saturday, Sunday in Kwasiafo Beba, even from today, when you go on your walls on Facebook, the so-called foolish intellectuals who for about 80% of their life, they want to use Meko TV suit to come and make money. They will be coming. The Zatos, the foolish ones, Kofi Bentels, they will come and sound like they're intelligent than you. That is why I am doing this, because most of them are foolish. They are political insects. They play on your conscience. They feed from these same politicians, and they want to create an impression in your head to say they are neutral. There's no neutral in Ghana politics. From Zato to Kofi Bentel to all the communities sitting on TV saying they are neutrals. None of them is a neutral. We saw a Sankuma those times of a or your press conference. It is even okay to insult the president. At times when insulting, there's no president. They were carving a niche. They were creating a room. They were preparing the grounds for that dwarf Akufo-Addo to become president. It's what you are seeing today. Some from say they are intellectuals. They are all criminals who work for individuals and your personal interests. Don't let somebody lie to you, because when they sit on TV, they are calm and they speak on the issues like Onimbibichao. They know nothing. Let me tell you, all the documents in the system that they are reading, they are the same documents you are reading. They have not gotten any extraordinary education than you. None of us was born European or American. They are not exceptional, but they have created this thing in your head to say, no, that's not how it works. And they have capitalized on that, and they have used that to build their lives. Most of them don't have jobs. Most of them work for politicians as consultants. Most of them make money out of controversial issues. Most of them make a living out of creating nothing out of nothing for you to think that there's a problem when there is no problem. Most of them make simple issues complex so that the system will keep discussing to make them relevant. That is their job. So these are the political insects I've been advising you about for years. It is OSP. It is nothing extraordinary. I want to here. Also here. Now let's go back a little bit and let me show you something. The question say, what was the motive for establishing the office of the special prosecutor? Near to Ghana, and another Dankwe for the MP before about power. And they hired people like Kofi Bentomo, they hired people like Isankumamo, and they started throwing things into the system. Said there was so much corruption. NDC for we need to make sure we go after them, crucify them, and kill all of them. So that was the impression that the surrogates, Isankumamo, Kpebu, Kwame Sefakai, Paul Adumoche, and Isankwasi, for these are political insects. They sniff. They suck your blood. That is how they live. So they created something in our heads. Say, Nana Dankwe Kufuado Abani be creating office from Kubi Ebin Sida, and the job of the office is to do what? Is to fight corruption related issues. Now, all the way in 2017. And Nana Dankwe Kufuado Ekofa Martin Amidu NDC, disgruntled NDC person. Martin Amidu has always had an issue with the NDC, especially with the Mahama fashion against the NDC as a political party, because he felt to say he was supposed to be vice president. And Atamo saying, Mahama. So he has always felt to say he's intelligent than everyone. He's pure than everyone in the NDC, and he has always held grudges with the NDC. He has never liked the NDC that Mahama came to lead. When Atamo saw some quality in Mahama, Martin Amidu has always been better. So Nana Dankwe Kufuado, as a vampire as he is, he wanted to execute something. Na on pese odin huni pabeye. Na on pese odi the party ni beye. So he, as diabolical as he is, he looked for somebody who was better like Martin Amidu. The same way they looked for somebody who was better like Koko Nyidowu. They always look for people in the NDC who are better to use them against the NDC. So Nana Dankwe Kufuado said, or the Martin Amidu Besi office of the special prosecutor no na NDC for. Let nobody lie to you. The office of the special prosecutor was put together because Kufuado wanted to go after Mahama and the NDC. It wasn't about stopping corruption, current government, and past administration. Nana Dankwe Kufuado's agenda was to go after Mahama, go after the NDC, and nullify the NDC for good. It was an agenda Kufuado, Gabi, Oforiata, Bamti, Bawumiam, they said the special prosecutor's office will be the last nod to me a collapse NDC. No. In 2018, Nana Dankwe Kufuado basically introduced Martin Amidu to us and said, "We NAM special prosecutor."
Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and never Flagstaff House no was share ama Ora Martin Amidu was say Ghana Special Prosecutor Odikan Kra na enyo no kwa ene boy esai no na Mampeni abedichi Chief of Staff Attorney General any aban penifo bebre so enana ewodwumedie no ase Ghana Mampeni Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo His Excellency ekasa de to Ora Martin Amidu timu say Ghana fo nyina ehwe nanim se obeboa na ketase hye project Kani dream dia ekoso wo man mu no obetime eyi se nipa bonefo ni nyina apie enunti wonhwe ne wani yehwamo.
The Ghanaian people expect the office of the special prosecutor to rise to the challenge and to the occasion and collaborate with other existing law enforcement agencies to fight relentlessly and help eliminate corruption in our public life. We expect the special prosecutor to discharge his duties vigorously, with courage, without fear or favor, ill will or malice, in accordance with the rule of law. The overwhelming popular acceptance by the good people of Ghana and the strong consensus approval by Parliament of Mr. Amadou's nomination justify the confidence I repose in him. The recent publication of Ghana's score in the 2017 Corruption Perception Index, organized by Transparency International, showing a further drop in our standing, a result largely based on, quote, the plethora of corruption allegations, exposés before the onset of this administration, indicates the enormity of the task ahead. It is noteworthy, though, that its local chapter, Ghana Integrity Initiative, in commenting on the report, has acknowledged that, and I quote, digitization is changing the ways we communicate and how we do business, and as a result, reduce the corruption rate in Ghana, unquote. A special prosecutor cannot do it all by himself. He requires the active cooperation of all the institutions of our state, as well as that of the general public, if he is to be successful in the fight against corruption. I congratulate him fully on his deserved appointment and wish him God's guidance in the effort he will undoubtedly be making to try to instill integrity and accountability in the governance of our country. The ultimate beneficiaries of his actions, indeed of the actions of all of us in public service, will be the Ghanaian people.
So I go for the camp chair say, Martin Amidu no hwehwe mu nyina the whole Ghana. NDC ni the buofu. NDC ni owo pain wana kumem, and the perfect person to be the special prosecutor. 2018 video now share. Ignite na Ghana na Ekufuado. It was a plan that they cooked because they knew. Say John Dramani Mahama, John Mahama, they knew it was a lie. It was wrong. They knew. Say Ekufuado came to power with lies. Say everything that brought Ekufuado to power was lies. And as time goes on, Ghanaians are going to know. So they wanted Martin to do that job for them by doing what? Going after the people they think they have wronged. Send a beg, it will be difficult for those people to be cleaned. Martin Amidu, they used him like some kind of slave to do their job for them indirectly. Now, near Ghana, Martin Amidu Sukoshe Special Prosecutor's Office. Now, Ekufuado Eddie Martin Amidu extra Ghana for he used some words. Or use collaborate and cooperation with other law enforcement agencies. They are very vital. Or say the Special Prosecutor's Office will collaborate or cooperate with other law enforcement agencies. Now the question here is, since the inception or establishment of the Special Prosecutor's Office, have you seen that collaboration between the Special Prosecutor's Office and other law enforcement agencies? It's a question I'm asking. We will come back to that question. Now, Yatitima could do 2021. And Nana Dankwa Ekufuado, na baimu Martin Amidu Ebabeka Chere say, Nana Dankwa Ekufuado only looks like an innocent flower, but is the mother serpent of corruption. Martin Amidu, just after 3 years, the catcher Ghana for you say, Sir President, we na muhunu sa no. Sir Ekufuado na muhunu say rose flower no. O pe bonsam na anka sa kronomu bonsam. Kronomu Chiame. Kronomu Cristiano Ronaldo, kronomu Messi. Kronomu Opela Abuaji, ewifuomu eyedien. Ataya. Ewifuomu ekuecha. Martin Amidu be catcher say, the most dangerous person in Ghana politics when it comes to corruption. This is the special prosecutor the first special prosecutor of the Republic of Ghana. And what will make the first special prosecutor of the Republic of Ghana come out to tell all of us? I just played a video of Akufo-Addo telling us to say, this is the guy he believes can fight corruption. He believes that this guy turned around to tell us, hey, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo or a dangerous human being. And that we should not underestimate Akufo-Addo when it comes to corruption. This was in 2020, November. Now, aka 1 month, me ako to about 2020. We had Kofi Bentil. They were sitting on TV defending Akufo-Addo. We had Kwame Sefa-Kain. They were sitting on radio defending Akufo-Addo. Paul Ademotre. They were still sitting on radio, TV defending Akufo-Addo. We had people like Egbert Fable. We have people like Asankoma. All these political insects, after this statement was made, were still defending Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo does not know anything, and that Akufo-Addo ye jumano and a yakron form. I'm building something. I want you to see something. Inti, Matami Dukacha say, "Adudi ye cobra, Akufo-Addo ye cobra, or ye dangerous." Emma the democracy, ye democracy ye timuno. I am the president. That statement way, it should have told every Ghanaian and say the NPP should never come close to power again in our history. Because let me tell you, the president tells us this guy is the one going to fight corruption, and the same guy comes out to say, hey, my life is at stake. We as a nation, the Kwame Nkrumah Ghana, we should be very careful about this guy, or your serpent, or your corruption cobra. Very careful. And I was saying, every single Ghanaian or your rational should pull out and say, no, this government, this party, they are done. But what did we see on our media platform? People were still telling us Akufo-Addo is not corrupt. Akufo-Addo onye dibia. The people who are working with Akufo-Addo are the corrupt ones. The reason why Martin Amidu say Akufo-Addo is corrupt or dangerous to our democracy, and they say, on in the bush they brought about something called a Japadie. And the finance minister, this same finance minister who was appointed by this same Akufo-Addo, tried to tell the special prosecutor to do evil, to hide evil from us. They wanted to sell all our minerals. Baomia knew about it. Kano Foriata knew about it. Akufo-Addo knew about it. Every single MPP cabinet minister knew about it. They all said that Martin Amidu should keep it quiet for them to go and sell everything. All our minerals, our Jersey Shores in the UK. Martin Amidu Jimmy Kurano, then 10 years kakrebi ekaya no, he applied it. And America just says, so it is a 10 ekema na obina peso obuni kwasia. Into Martin Amidu Jimmy Kurano, at least there was a little bit of patriotism left in him. He decided to come out to tell us, say, Sankofuwi, they are dangerous. So, leading to election 2020, no, the NPP Newz said Ghana for Nyankwasia for. That is why to date they cannot tell you about Akufo-Addo did win election 2020 because they rigged the elections, they killed Ghanaians, and Jane Mensah, Bossman, they helped them achieve that dream. Because not Ghana for who say Akufo-Addo is a dangerous human being. Yam pese bemana twaso as president. But Akufo-Addo not only the person. He knew. So I need the person power no own jemu. So we saw a lot of killings in 2020 elections. And then I go fast our video we buy.
Ghana, a peaceful country and a beacon of democracy in its fourth republic, has had violent free elections and transitioned power peacefully without any unrest or civil strife. This has become effortlessly possible because of the peace-loving leaders Ghanaians have successfully elected to lead them. President Kufuor in 2007 perfectly described the attribute of the type of person to lead Ghanaians at all times.
So anybody who is always full of tension and fighting and that sort of thing, you have to be careful of. Whether when the power is given to this person to lead us, is the type with the experience, with all due respect, the wisdom, to be able to keep the country united, to secure the nation, to gain the respect of the forces, the military, the police, the chiefs. Look out for that, because we know the history. Some people have been given power only to lose it, just like that. We don't want that.
Even so, this peaceful and beautiful country was handed to Nana Akufo-Addo on the 7th January 2017 as president to lead for 4 years. Many people had reservations about his violent nature, which may have been well hidden from the public, but not from those who knew him best. Mr. Kofi Kumsen, a close friend of President Nana Addo, bluntly stated,
I can't entrust Ghana into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. I can't sleep. It's not safe. It's not safe. And I believe that.
Then there's Maxwell Kofi-Juma.
He will be a terrible president.
President Nana Addo's violent nature became immediately apparent as a warlord sponsoring his party hoodlums to attack innocent citizens and public officers alike, as was seen with the beating of ASP Nanka Bruce at the presidency in front of a paralyzed security on the 9th January 2017, just 2 days after Nana Addo had been sworn in as president. President Nana Addo surrounded himself with hoodlums as bodyguards and endorsed vigilante groups such as Invincible Force and Delta Force. Members of these vigilante groups had free rein to attack anyone who was not a member of the president's political party. They went on a rampage, causing mayhem and atrocities on anyone who disagreed with or criticized Nana Addo's government. President Nana Addo's own appointee, the Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator, was heckled, manhandled, and dragged from out of his office like a rat. Not even our courts were spared by these hoodlums. They vandalized court proceedings and broke free fellow members from judicial justice while attacking the sitting judge in the process.